Welcome to the final video in Madison College's Budget 101 Core Education series. Through the last 4 training videos, you learned about how budgeting works at Madison College, where we get our revenue, and how we spend our money. You now have background in all of our revenue sources and all of our expenditure types. This final video is designed to bring that education together to answer the 2 core budgeting questions raised at the beginning. What are the most important things the college needs to do over the next few years? And what are the trade-offs we are willing to make as a community to accomplish those priorities? These questions matter because in our operating budget, we are facing a budget deficit in future years. The operating budget is where most of our spending occurs. It is how we pay most of our teachers, counselors, and administrators, and other things like supplies and utilities. This is a problem because first, the college is required to have a balanced budget every year. And second, part of ensuring our sustainability is ensuring we have fiscally sustainable operations. Our deficit is caused by the fact that expenditures are growing at a faster rate than revenue. The reasons for this are complex, but can largely be explained by the fact that our ability to increase our operational revenue is restricted. For many years, the college was able to increase property taxes to cover increased expenditures. While we didn't have unlimited ability to do so, the growth rate in the property tax was quite high. In 2011, the state enacted legislation restricting property tax growth. This constrained the college by limiting how much additional revenue could be raised. Then, in 2013, additional legislation was enacted that reduced the college's total funding from property tax and replaced that funding with state funding. As discussed in the revenue presentation, the college is only limited to increasing its property tax by net new construction. Madison College has been fortunate in recent years, and new construction has been robust. However, it could be negative or zero, a situation experienced by some of the other technical colleges. State funding has not been increasing in several years, and we expect that to continue. As such, one of our few opportunities for growth is through student enrollment. Of course, enrolling more students also comes with additional costs, as we provide those students with the courses and services they need to be successful. The restrictions in our revenue means that our revenue growth is overall very limited. At the same time, many of the basic costs of operating the college are increasing. For example, health insurance rates have grown between 5 and 7% in recent years. Utilities tend to grow by an average of 5% per year. The minimal growth in revenue makes it difficult to address these basic cost increases. And there are frequently calls for new or expanded services. Many of these are important initiatives that improve our students' experiences and otherwise support our mission and strategic plan. When basic costs consume a significant portion of any new revenue, it becomes very difficult to fund new initiatives without making reductions somewhere else. There are only 2 ways to solve this problem: by changing the way money is spent or by changing the way money is brought in. We can change the way money is spent by increasing efficiency, meaning that we are able to do the same work for less money. One common example of increased efficiency that you may be familiar with is energy efficiency. If we invest in making the college more energy efficient, we can save money on utilities while still operating our buildings. Another way to change the way money is spent is to reduce the overall spending. Typically, that involves us stopping or doing less of some activity. We are more limited in changing the way that money is brought in. For example, the Wisconsin Technical College system sets tuition rates. We cannot change these if we decide we need more revenue. However, we can encourage more enrollment to increase tuition revenues. In addition, as noted earlier, the state has set limits on the amount of revenue that we can raise from property taxes. During each budget process, the budget office works with the college's leaders to create a budget that supports the college's mission by balancing the interests of the college with the availability of revenue. You can do your part to hold the college accountable by participating in this process through shared governance, and by being financially responsible and savvy with your use of college dollars. You can also support the college by encouraging enrollment and promoting the value of a Madison College education in your community. Thank you for completing the core videos of the Budget 101 series. We appreciate that you have taken the time to better educate yourself about financial matters at Madison College and understand the college's budget process.